Hi guys, this is Dr. Wasim Khan from Your Family Doctor. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell button so that I can continue to bring you valuable medical content to your doorstep. Please also have a look at my medical disclaimer in the YouTube description below from my first video. So today I'll be covering how stress affects your body and mind. Before we know how this happens, we need to understand what stress is. Stress can be described as a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or demanding circumstances. This is just one of the many definitions of stress. So what happens when one feels stressed? The nervous system in the body consists of a group of nerves responsible for bodily functions. The autonomic nervous system is the part of the nervous system responsible for regulating the body's unconscious actions, such as breathing and heartbeat. The autonomic nervous system can be split into two: the parasympathetic nervous system, sometimes called the rest and digestive system, which conserves energy as it slows the heart rate, increases intestinal and gland activity. The sympathetic nervous system's primary function is to stimulate the body's fight or flight response. It does this by regulating the heart rate, breathing rate, and the pupillary eye response, and more. When one is stressed, the sympathetic nervous system becomes activated, which increases alertness and motivation, and the parasympathetic nervous system is slowed down. The thing that is causing the stress sends a signal to the brain which activates the hypothalamus, which in turn sends a signal to the pituitary gland to release more of a hormone called ACTH. ACTH then stimulates the adrenal glands to produce some hormones which I will discuss shortly. The hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, which are two parts of the brain, and the adrenal glands, which sit on top of the kidneys, the pancreas, which is a leaf-shaped organ in the body, together with the system of nerves that I discussed earlier, form the stress response. So in the stress response, these are the hormonal changes that occur. The adrenal glands release more of the hormone called cortisol, which is responsible for releasing sugar into the blood to send greater amounts of energy to the muscles. However, with repeated stress, there are high levels of cortisol in the body. The adrenal glands are also involved in releasing adrenaline and norepinephrine, which are usually responsible for the immediate reactions we feel when we are stressed, such as arousal. The pancreas increases the release of the hormone glucagon, which allows the liver to release more sugar into the body to allow more energy to the body. Repeated stress can cause high levels of glucagon release and hence more sugar in the bloodstream, which can be a problem for diabetics. The hormone prolactin released by the pituitary gland usually stimulates milk secretion in women who are breastfeeding. However, with repeated stress, high levels of prolactin can cause menstrual problems. Stress also causes a reduction of the three sex hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. So what effects do all of these changes have on the body and mind? Some of these include, on the body, you may have a headache, muscle tension or pain, chest pain, feeling tired all the time, palpitations, menstrual problems in women, stomach upset, sleep problems, high blood pressure, and even weight gain. On the mind, you may develop anxiety, a feeling of restlessness, lack of motivation or focus, feeling overwhelmed, feeling irritable, anger, sadness or depression, and even having a reduced sex drive. On your behavior, you may start overeating, start going into drug or alcohol misuse, social withdrawal, and even exercising less often. So guys, that was just a brief overview of how stress can affect one's body and mind, and in summary, this involves a complicated hormonal system involving different organs of the body, and repeated stress over a long period can have many negative effects on the body, as mentioned. In my next video, I will be talking about how to cope with stress and depression, so please do look out for that. And finally, please leave any comments in the YouTube description below about how stress affects you. Thank you.